Yo, 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 what's up? We in the building. We got another episode of Nothing Nice. I'm your man JB. As you can see, my brother Mook isn't here today, but we got some other familiar faces in the building. I got two more of my other brothers in here. Yo, Josh, what's up, man? How you feeling?
Can't complain, man. I'm blessed, bro. I appreciate you having me on yet again. Let's get it, man.
You already know. And then my other brother from another mother, who's I'm pretty sure we gonna pull up on Thanksgiving and Christmas. What's up, E man? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? It's been a while, man, but I'm here.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
y'all see. Hey, you see how much of a while it's been. Last time he had the pony tail going or whatever, had it braided.
Hey, man,
Now my boy's a
you gotta
dreadhead
let
for
him
real, for
show.
real.
I ain't gotta let him show a little bit.
Hey,
Yes,
my boy
sir.
out here looking like a YN, low key.
Oh, chill. Oh, man.
Yo, all right, let's get into it. Football season, we're in full effect right now. Before we get too far into the show, y'all remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, IG, all that. 365 Nothing Nice. Okay, since Mook isn't
So,
here,
man.
boy, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the list. We on a lot right now. Yeah, yeah. We out here doing it.
That's
Yo,
what's up,
but
man.
all of us are in the same fantasy football league, the Nothing Nice one. Just want to say Mook isn't here today, real talk, because he's running. Because last week I told y'all I was going, let him every which way but loose. And if he would have scored 100 more points, he still would have lost by 40. So he's really just healing up from that L.
Well,
Yo,
he ain't
Josh,
put nobody in?
what's up?
He ain't put nobody in?
Bruh, there's no one he could put in. He
I'm
could have
about to
called
maybe go
everybody.
look
He
and
could have
see.
called the Avengers. He didn't have a
I was too
chance.
focused
It
on
was just
my
I saw
issues,
that. I was
man.
kind of I was keeping close to it because I'm trying to think. Did I lose last week? No, I won last week. I lost the week before that. Yeah, so I'm checking out y'all game. Good game. Yeah, he just done
yeah,
good win, man.
man.
I
I
gotta see
appreciate.
what minutes you play. I gotta see that. I gotta check that out. Actually.
That. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, we gonna get that going. And then what happened? He called me in the first. Let me see he called me about 2 o'clock on Sunday before we even got to the second set of games, and he was like, "Bruh, I know when I when I'm beat. I just have to call you and say congratulations."
Yeah,
I was
game.
like, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "Bro, like it just happens sometimes. Like if you would have went up against anybody else, you could have been great. But I talked to my guys. I even tried to pull them out halfway through the game and say, y'all doing way too much."
Yeah,
But,
everybody went up for you, bro. You was like, yeah. I think you had like 180 something.
I think no, I got to 200. I for sure got to 200. Yeah. You know who really started it off were the Vikings. The Vikings gave me, I think it was 31 on defense. Once they gave me that 31,
Yeah, that's what.
everybody else said, "Hey, tag me in."
Yeah, because the basic like on defense like 7, maybe 8 on a good day. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, they gave me excellent quarterback wide receiver numbers. So
You
anytime
winning,
you go
bro.
further like that, it's still all right. So let's look at week 3 real quick. All right, so let me see. Week 3. Did you have like a big surprise from week 3? I'm just gonna throw some games out there. Y'all tell me how you
Bro.
felt. We had Atlanta going scoreless against Carolina. We had Cleveland, who I called them and I told them we supposed to be losing all our games but one. They beat Green Bay 13-10. Jacksonville beat Houston. That was crazy. Uh, that Philly the Rams matchup, that was a good matchup. Philly came back and won that one. Uh, yeah, those were like the real staple. Oh, Chicago beat the brakes off of Dallas. So were there any games in there that really just surprised you? Baltimore and Detroit. Detroit ended up winning that game.
I mean, for me, just kicking off, I mean, Philly. Yeah, that was a crazy game. They fought. I mean, I was surprised they were down that much. I was like, wow, they were losing this fashion because they were down.
Yeah,
Clawing back into that game. But yeah, to even because if you're a betting person, like to even cover the spread right at the very last end of the game, like they was. one. So they blocked the kick and it touched it. I think they gave up like 3.5 or something. So they
Right.
really, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. But, yeah, that was a surprise game. But yeah, it's a few other ones that you definitely named that was surprising. You said the Saints. I think you said was it the Saints or was it Atlanta that did score against the Panthers?
Yeah, Atlanta didn't score against the Panthers, and Atlanta has a lot of talent to not score against the Panthers.
It's
That's
crazy.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't see that coming. I picked Atlanta to win that game, so for them to
yeah.
blow that one is wild. And then also Green Bay, you know that they're my front runner for the NFC. So for Green Bay to lose to Cleveland 13-10, I know Cleveland has a really good defense, but the plan still is to lose. You know, we have no offense. If Cleveland had an offense, that's one thing, but we have absolutely no offense. We're all defense.
Was it I didn't watch the game closely this week. Was it Flacco again?
Yeah, it was Flacco.
What? Still doing
Yeah,
that? Right off the couch?
I mean, he's not doing much. He is in the game. He's not doing much. The biggest thing Flacco could do right now to help the Browns is bring up the young guys. Give the young guys like the pointers, what to look for, helping them with reads, things like that, what to expect. That's the best thing that he could do for them.
Yeah.
But Flacco, we don't have high expectations for Flacco on what he has going on. Now, the game that really shocked me, Houston and Jacksonville. Jacksonville won. Jacksonville wasn't supposed to win that game. Houston's in trouble. Houston's in trouble.
Yeah, they 3 or 1-2?
Uh, no, they won the first one, so they're 1-2 right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually favored Houston this week. I knew it could be a toss up. I mean, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he didn't look the greatest last year because injuries. But yeah, I think this year, yeah, like, it was a toss up. Really, when you really think about it. I mean, just
yeah,
knowing how Houston is, they should have won that game still. But
yeah.
Trevor
No,
Lawrence
yeah.
on the
Houston is
football,
0
bro.
3. Houston is 0 3. My bad. Houston
Oh,
is 0 3. They're in trouble right now.
yeah, you're right about that. But yeah, it was some surprising games this week. So what was the other one you named? Let's think.
The other one, Chicago beating the brakes off of Dallas, 31-14. Now
Mm,
CD's hurt, but CD's not. I don't think he's making up that 31 points. That 31-14.
yeah, I mean, could could. I mean, he does. He has that type of effect on the game at time, or can at least. But
Yeah,
yeah, that would have been yeah. Yeah, that's deep. Especially my boy put up with 4 touchdowns.
yeah,
Crazy work.
yeah.
But
Caleb Williams went off.
I mean, it's kind of like Cowboy nature in a way, man. I mean, I don't want to crap on the Cowboys. I mean, because I do respect Dak, and I know that's a very prestigious program. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was definitely surprising too. Definitely surprising.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Eden?
then, you with us, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. You can hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We hear you. We hear you. All right. Did you
Yeah.
what you think about Detroit? Detroit beating Baltimore 38-30.
Man, that was probably the best game of the season thus far. That was that was a great game. High octane offense. Detroit running game is still in full effect. In case anybody thought otherwise, but I want to say kudos to Detroit because they were stopping Derrick Henry in key moments.
Yeah,
Definitely stopping them, and that's not a thing. Once he get a head full of steam and he 5 yards up, 6 yards up, or something like that, and now all he got to do is deal with maybe shake a linebacker or deal with that second line. They was putting him on his butt. They wasn't playing with him.
yeah. Okay, so speaking of Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
in this game and in the game versus the Bills, he's had two costly fumbles, which basically turned the shape of the game. Yeah, he's had two costly fumbles. Yo, what are you thinking? What do you think about Derrick Henry, man? Would you move off of him? Are you giving him less carries? Because Derrick Henry's still a monster.
I was gonna say,
But
he's still Derrick Henry. I mean, you would expect him to brush this off. I doubt this is like the downfall of Derrick Henry. Um, but I don't know, man. I mean, maybe bro need to shake off whatever he's got going on in his brain. Uh, or speak to some type of mindfulness coach or something to try to like be more present. I don't know. But that is a trip for especially a guy like Fitzcalibur to fumble, like you said, in costly scenarios like these. That's big, bro. Like this is the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, and so yeah. I mean, especially the first game, he went crazy, but just
yeah,
screwed the game up. But so yeah, man. It's I wouldn't. Let me answer your question, bro. I mean, I wouldn't just say forget Derrick Henry. I mean, even if you got him in a fantasy league, he's liable to get you probably like 3 to maybe 4 games this year with 2 touchdowns. I mean, goodness. I said touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. So you might get some good wins this year, but yeah, bro, he'll be all right.
real. I don't know because right now he's giving you a fumble a game. I think Derrick Henry, he's still a beast. He's still tough. He's still one of the best running backs in the league. But he's gonna have to shake that off because with the Ravens and what their goals are this year, they can't afford that. Because one thing that
Yeah.
I've been hearing and I don't like is anytime the Ravens lose, Lamar is getting the blame. Which the quarterback gets all the praise and get all the blame. But how can you really blame me for someone else fumbling at the most unopportune time?
I mean, if anybody's blaming him right now, I mean, it's just kind of asinine. I mean, everybody's seen what's going on. Like, everybody see what happened. Like, so if they're blaming him, like, well, he should have got them up over 2 touchdowns to prevent. Like, nah, man, bro. Like, we saw bro fumble, man. I mean, they
Right.
got it, they got position and scored and won. Whatever the case, but crazy work, bro.
No, that's big facts. All right, now let's look ahead to week 4. We have some good games coming up this one. We have the Vikings versus Steelers. The Vikings had a bounce back. The Steelers have been rocking and rolling this year. Steelers
Oh,
they're 2-1 so far. Aaron Rodgers has looked good, even though Mook hates that. so what you
man,
thinking?
uh,
Yeah,
man, where are they at? I see the games at 9 a.m. Eastern.
yeah, that game is gonna be in Pittsburgh.
You sure? They usually have games like that, like overseas somewhere. If it's that really.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
But yeah, man, it probably like in Glastonbury. I don't know, somewhere in Europe. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I do see it's 8:30 game.
wherever they are, Aaron Rodgers. I don't even know why they're not favored. Somebody
Yeah,
out or something.
they're in Dublin. They're in Ireland.
I don't trust the rookie quarterback versus Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers look good, man. I mean, he's definitely his age, but at the same time, Aaron Rodgers has always been a very tactician when it comes to threading the needle. You know what I mean? So,
No, that's big facts. Okay, so tell me this. So
mhm.
for y'all at home watching, what we're doing all year is we have me versus Mook versus Phil. So I'm gonna get Mook's take and I'll put it in the comments. Josh, you're representing the field this week. Who you got winning this game? The Vikings or the Steelers?
Steelers.
Okay, I need to make a note of that.
Mhm.
So you got the Steelers saying I'm rocking with the Steelers too. I think that Aaron Rodgers will just be too much for him. I think it'll just come down to that. Aaron Rodgers, that offense, that defense will be too much.
Mhm.
That court, JJ McCarthy, he's still young. McCarthy's still young. I don't think
Hey,
he's
man.
gonna be. Yeah, and then it's overseas at that. So yeah. So I think the Steelers will handle that one pretty easily. And then we have the Eagles and the Bucks. Tampa Bay, they've been rocking. Tampa Bay, they've been known for beating the Eagles. What you thinking, man? They're in Tampa Bay for this one.
It's fine. Jalen Hurts maybe another 2 touchdown game, maybe 3 collectively. Uh, yeah, I think this is another day that the Eagles get to just add another tally to the list, man. They grounded out that last game. I think they don't really want to win a game like that going forward. I think they're pretty disciplined. I don't know. They seem to have a pretty good culture, man. Tampa Bay, good culture also. I mean, I like Baker Mayfield. Definitely a guy that's gonna play with his heart.
Yeah.
um, and rally the team around him. Like how the team look, the teams that he goes to, the team typically like Baker Mayfield. Um, but I don't think that matters here. I think that the Eagles pretty much, have their way with him after the first half. Yeah. So to answer your question, in a shorter form, Eagles.
Okay, bet. I'm rocking with you with that. I think the Eagles will win. AJ Brown had his 2025 coming out party. He went off last week. I know everybody in Mississippi was excited about that one. Uh,
Start
uh,
Vegas, baby.
yeah, all right. So then Jalen Hurts is still proving the haters wrong, whether it's on the field or in the media that say that he's just a guy. He's just proving them wrong, showing that he might go on the same run that KC went on. The Eagles look like they're in a good position. Everybody stays healthy to try to go back to back Super Bowls, which would be crazy. We could be
Stacked up.
looking at a whole new dynasty trying to be formed. So that would
Stacked
be
up.
amazing. So I'm going Eagles over the Bucks with this one. Also, Mike Evans is out for the next 3 weeks for off of his hamstring.
So that,
Yeah. I got him on my fantasy on one of my fantasy teams, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and put my man's on the bench and put someone else in. All right, so we talked about the Ravens a little bit. The Ravens have another big battle this week. We got the Ravens versus the Chiefs. Who you got, bro? They're in KC.
true, really, man. I definitely think the Ravens bounce back this week. I don't think this is gonna go out like that, man. Lamar Jackson, truthful, so truthful. Um, Pat, definitely the truth. But I don't know. It just they've been kind of seeming to have signs of like rust and not just cohesiveness. So I think the Ravens have the signs of like losing these games. I think they do a lot more damage control and kind of pull away with this game a little early. Um, I think they pretty much contain Pat for a decent portion of the game, man. So yeah, to answer your question yet again, man, I like the Ravens this week, bro.
Okay.
Who you like?
Okay. So I do I like the Ravens as well. I'm picking them. But I'm kind of thinking, but I'm also trying to think who needs this game more because both teams are 1-2 right now. Um,
Yeah,
both teams are 1-2. Neither team wants to go down 1-3 for on this road to the playoffs. We've seen we see KC go 3-3 one year and still make it to the Super Bowl, but I mean that's a tall task to ask for again. And then the Ravens, I said at the beginning of the year before the year started, they're playing for Harbaugh's job. I think if the Ravens, especially if the Ravens miss the playoffs, I think Harbaugh's out. I don't care who
yeah,
fumbles the ball. Yeah, he'll be out. Uh, the Steelers are rocking. I feel like the Steelers will be easier to overcome. Joe Burrow is out for the year with his injury. The Browns, they don't have much right now. Uh, so okay, so I think the Ravens are gonna win this game because they need it more. I think KC can scratch their way into the playoffs and still do something once they get in there. They've proven they don't have to have home field to do something.
yeah. I see that. But yeah, I just think. I mean, just even just to kind of strip it down even more. I just think like even just on this game, I think just the Ravens is just gonna win more based off of what's been going on so far this season. I think Derrick Henry. I hope don't see him fumbling again. He may have, like I said, again like a 2 touchdown game. I might even, yeah, Derrick Henry 2 touchdown game this game.
Derrick
Mark
Henry too. You said okay. Wait, this is the next game.
next
This
game
game against
against the Chiefs.
KC. Two touch.
Two
All right, y'all heard
two
it
three.
here. Two tubs. All right, bet that. Okay, so then we had the Packers and the Cowboys. So Micah's coming back to Dallas. It says welcome back to Dallas game. Who you got? Packers and Cowboys.
Oh man,
I think Jerry Jones went into that locker room and said, "Hey, he better not get a sack and he better not win." Who you got, man?
yeah, man. Kinda, man, it's kind of 50-50 to be honest. Cause I like Jordan Love. And like you said, Michael Parsons being over there, I think it's going to be a very, it's going to be an emotional game. Because yeah, he's going to definitely have more than just that he might even be on the interview. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. He's he's seen to be a lot more vocal. So I wonder would he actually be honest and say that, hey, yeah, I want to beat their ass. Like, but to answer your question, bro, I don't really know, man. I like Dak. I feel like Dak is gonna also keep that in his brain. Like, hey, we at the crib. They at the crib.
Yeah,
Like, you gotta keep that in mind. They at the crib, and I got the Cowboys, bro. I got the Cowboys. I ain't gonna over talk it, man. I got the Cowboys. I
okay.
got the Cowboys, man. I just know how this stuff goes, man. Like, the obvious don't always happen, like in the sports world. Bro. Like, I think the Cowboys, like, they win games that they'll have no business winning sometimes, and they lose games
That's very true.
like
That's very true. They'll play
like
super inspired. They'll play super inspired. So, all right. So
it's a
here's what we're
late
looking.
night game too. Late night game in
Yeah,
Dallas. So there you
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. Here's what we're looking at here. We're looking at Micah, who's gonna be inspired to say, "Y'all should have paid me. I'm hitting Dak every time I get a chance." You know, middle finger, Jerry Jones, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going out to say, because he already said, "Man, I thought they felt one way about me. They proved that they felt another way. So it's time to put BTA." Uh, so I think Micah's gonna be on that, and his team's gonna want to support him and put on the show to win this game. Conversely, like I said, I think Jerry Jones is gonna go into that locker room and say, "Y'all want to get paid? Y'all want your checks? Don't let this man come out here and show out in front of company. When he gets home, when he gets into the stadium, he can't put his feet on the couch like he used to. He can't walk around and go in the fridge like he wants to. He is a guest, all right? And you
Yeah.
treat him like such.
Yeah.
That being so that being said, though, I think Green Bay is going to pull it out, man. I think they're a more talented team. I think they have more to play for, and I think that when Micah gets in that backfield, without having CD out there as a safety blanket, and even if he was out there as a safety blanket, I just don't think it's going to matter. I think Green Bay's going to handle them by about 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Okay. That's the thing the Cowboys are gonna learn from that atrocious loss last week, and they're not gonna go down two. Open me 0-2. Well, not 0-2, but they're not gonna go two straight after that one. Uh,
Yeah,
I just don't think I'm losing that one. But yeah, but we'll see, man. I mean, that's valid points though.
but all right, and then we have the Jets and the Dolphins. Justin Fields, they think that he's going to be able to play. He said he feels good. The Dolphins, they have their
Mm,
squad. Tua definitely needs this win. The
man.
Dolphins won last week, but you're trying to keep Tyreek from demanding that trade to get out of there. What you think, man? Who's going to get this game?
If Justin doesn't play, who would be the one that plays?
Rookie quarterback.
Hmm. Well, I think that goes without saying. Yeah, bro. I don't see the Jets winning that one. I think
If even if Justin plays,
it'll be a Jet 2 holiday. But you said what?
I said, I said if Justin Fields plays, you got the Jets winning or losing?
Nah, man. Regardless, it's just when you said the
Okay.
rookie quarterback, it made it even worse. So it just went from 16% chance of like 3. So yeah, they'll lose that game, bro. I think Tua's due. I mean, Tyreek might have like a little 60-yard game this year. I mean, not this year, but this game. Uh, yeah, if y'all want to put that down, get Tyreek for 60 yards, 60, 65 maybe, if you feel good.
Does he get a
Uh,
touchdown?
mm, yeah, actually, yeah, he actually does because I think that goes into what you were talking about. They know, they know that bro, he wants to win, but he also wants to be a part of the winning. Like so, they want him to get TDs, so they're gonna draw some plays for him to be able to get wide and get loose, and so yeah, I'm glad you asked me that. I think those 3, yeah. To answer your question, yes,
But bet
yes.
that. I'm with you. I got the Dolphins winning no matter what in this game. I don't think the Dolphins are a good team. Like, don't get me wrong, but
Nah,
it's still warm
I get it.
outside. The Dolphins play well when it's warm outside. They're playing at home. It's a division game. The Dolphins,
Yeah.
if they do want to make the playoffs, this is the type of game that you have to win. So I think the Dolphins will handle business and they'll get this one done. Yo, real quick, I don't know if you saw this, but Russell Wilson, he lost his starting job for the rest of the year. Jackson Dart will officially be starting going forward. The team, you want to know how the team found out? Social
What's that?
media. They found out on social media. The team on their off day, everybody was at home, minding their business, healing up, etc., etc. Before they had practice on Wednesday, they look on social media, and the coach comes out and says Jackson Dart will start Sunday and going forward throughout the season. I hate that for Russ because it was just chaos, and he was just playing on borrowed time, being on the
Yeah.
Giants.
Yeah, they
Okay, so
can't do. What's that?
tell me this. With Russell Wilson obviously still being a solid quarterback and him being a veteran quarterback, do you think a team like the Vikings or the Raiders, a team that's they're a solid team or they're a good team in the Vikings, you know, in their scope, do you think that they should call and say, "Hey, we'll give you a fifth round pick for Russell Wilson," or even Miami, say, "We'll give you a fifth round pick for Russell Wilson, send him here."
Oh, man, I hate this term. Like, they've been saying like this whole fatigue thing they've been having going on online. But it's definitely been seeming to be like a Russell Wilson fatigue around the league, man. They rhyme. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Like they before there was even a game played this season, they were talking about how to kind of steamroll Dart into the lineup without a pass even being thrown. Like bro could have started the first two games 6 touchdowns, like, but they was
Yeah,
already counting out. So I don't know. I think they just for some reason they don't really they don't like him for some reason. But it's not bad, man. Like even the game he played against, who did they play against? Don't tell me. Did they play against the?
yeah. The
Did they play
Chiefs last
Pittsburgh?
week,
Was it
they had
Pittsburgh? What's that?
no. It was the Chiefs last week, and then the week before it was Dallas, where he put up it was like 450 yards.
Yeah, I was knowing it was some game. He was like a gunslinger. I'm like, bro, like, what do
Yeah,
y'all
that
want
was the
from this?
Dallas game.
Like Tyrese, like, what more do you want from me? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
No, for sure. I'm
I
fighting
don't
for
get
my
it, bro.
life.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing bro like that, man. It's not that serious, man. Like y'all know he don't have the most shapeliest team around them. Like
Right.
they're not geared and ready for war. Not to bash them, but I mean just the team the way it's constructed. I mean it's not no notable guys that just gonna come out here and gonna get you to a ring. But but yeah, man. I mean again to answer your question, bro. I don't know. I don't really see it happening. I'm hoping maybe they can because bro still got more in the tank. Obviously, like I don't know why they just want to write him off like that. Like I just saw Carson Wentz play last week.
Yeah, that's
They need
absolutely insane.
they need to
That's
stop, bro.
insane.
They need to
Yeah.
stop doing people like this, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, I hope Russ get a chance, man. He seemed to be a good guy. Uh, I don't know him personally, of course, but just the way he outputs, what he shows, he seems to be a good guy. And I mean, his talent is there, so why trash him the way that they do? I just don't get it. But yeah, I hope
I
somebody gives it to him.
No, I definitely agree with that. I think the Saints, the Raiders, the
Mm.
Vikings should all give them a call just to see what they could do this season, especially the Saints, because the Saints, that's not happening. Cleveland's not giving them money, at least not this year. At least not this
Hey,
year. They're not. I agree. Listen. Well, I think they're gonna start them around week 8 or 9. If I had to, look into it, and which is fine. Joe will play a little bit. Maybe Dylan Gabriel, he'll go out there and play a little bit to prove that he's not the guy either, and then should do it out there. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. As someone who watched both of them in college and then saw, what they've done, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope to get him a chance out there, man. Yeah, they're just trying to scrap the boy talents, trying to just put him in the freezer, throw him in the trash. Keep fighting,
Yeah.
young brother. Keep fighting, man. We definitely want to see you out there on that field, man.
No, no, that's big facts. All right, so tell me this, because me and Mook were arguing about this last week. Okay, and y'all let us know in the comments. Start bench cut. Emmett Smith, Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders.
Man, yeah, he just came with violence, bro. Um, Emmitt Smith, Adrian Peterson, and who else again? Barry
Barry Sanders.
Sanders.
Yeah.
Mm, Start Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Uh, cut no bench. Emmitt Smith, cut AP.
Okay. I said start Barry Sanders. I said bench AP and cut Emmett Smith. Just because Emmett Smith played with one of the greatest offensive lines in the history of the NFL. And Adrian Peterson was making the playoffs and breaking records one deep when guys would stack the box and he had no help anywhere on the field. So that's why I put
Yeah,
AP on the bench. Emmett Smith had the easiest job to do. Mook cut Barry Sanders though, so I felt like that was unforgivable. Like nobody I've talked to is it will cut Barry Sanders.
nah, that's foolish. Yeah, Barry Sanders, he was like the epitome of a running back. Like the way he just was able to move and bounce off people like just ping pong, not ping pong, but even like your ping pong. Or
Yeah.
what's the game that you used to play back in the day? The like the little game you put the
Oh
change
wait,
in.
the little thing. Pinball,
There you
pinball
go,
machine.
good stuff. Yeah, like just bouncing off people like pinball, like pinball, man. Just but yeah, but AP. I mean, that's a good point, man. I mean, he was dragging his team in a sense. Um, well, he had a decent team, but I think the game was different also. And Emmett got rings, bro. Like, I mean, of course he had a line, but
Do
Emmett
you
did
feel
his
like
thing,
AP
bro.
could have got a ring? No, no, and that's no knock on Emmett. That's like respectfully your cut. But like if you would have put AP on that same Dallas Cowboy team, he would have also had those same rings. Because you're going to
I
ask
can't
Emmett to
guarantee
do
that.
anything.
I can't guarantee that because it's a different run style, man. AP running up, he trying to run through guys, and he running through guys that was on coke and stuff back then, man. Like these guys, like, nah, you're not gonna
In the
stand all
game with
those guys. Up.
Kokiana.
Yeah, he AP was running through that like the generation. What's the stuff? I can't think of anything right now. But yeah, he's running through like a different type of generational guy. Like Emmett was running through grown men, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? It was different. It was different, bro. But yeah, like you said, Barry Sanders that's no brainer, man. Barry Sanders, Emmett because of the rings and because of the like he's like all the yards he put in. AP, no disrespecting cutting him, but it's just the fact that he's even in that conversation shows that he had been that dude this time.
No, yeah, big facts. Okay, cool. All right, y'all let us know in the comments who y'all gonna start bench cut from that one. All right, let's look at some quarterbacks. Start bench cut. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers.
Hmm. Man, that's a good one. First, obviously, you're gonna start Tom from the self-proclaimed GOAT at this point. Uh, but I mean, it's noteworthy. I mean, I won't say noteworthy. I can respect that. Peyton or Aaron? I guess as far as career-wise, man, you got to put Peyton there. You got to put Peyton in that second slot. To bench him and cut Aaron. I mean, I don't know, bro. As far as my personal play style, I
Yeah,
like Aaron. Aaron is just like a magician at throwing, bro. Like
he is.
he's my favorite out of the three. Uh, but then I gotta go with Tom because Tom is like tough. He's gonna find a way to win, man. Like games that I didn't even think he was gonna pull off, he's found a way to do it. Peyton is definitely be respected also, but Peyton was kind of quietly did all that stuff in a sense, like you know, had a lot of like, especially like the duo, the Marvin Harrison duo, like kind of one and the same type thing. But those other two guys were just Lone Rangers out there slinging. You know what I'm saying? Just, but yeah, that's my take on that though.
Okay, I'm starting Tom Brady. Bench Peyton Manning, and I'm cutting Aaron Rodgers. For me, it's easy because as much as I like the way Aaron Rodgers plays, I can't get over the way that he plays in the playoffs. To where, when I need you to
Yeah,
take over, make that big play, you're just not gonna do it. You're not gonna
that's true.
do it,
That's true,
and
though.
and, and that drives me crazy. And there's always an excuse, but man, you had the same opportunity. Like you played so great in the regular season. Like that gotta translate.
How many rings did Peyton got?
Two.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. And Aaron got one. Okay, all right. That's no. I mean, that's I got it. I respect that.
Saying and Peyton Manning was running into Brady, who we have as number one. Aaron Rodgers was running into Colin Kaepernick. No disrespect to Colin Kaepernick, of course. He was running into Russell. He was running into Russell Wilson. He was, I mean, he was running. Who was that? Jared Goff. Like he was running into some, some cool guys. However, yeah, bro, come on now. There's levels to this. There's levels to the guys to the teams that we're running into.
What Carson Palmer? When the guy name?
Carson Palmer, yeah, Carson Palmer.
Carson Wentz. He probably played against like I can't even think of the guy's name. Yeah, I mean I got you.
Yeah,
That's cool
yeah,
too.
yeah. So I mean Eli Manning, who Hall of Fame bound. However, come on, bro, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? So that's how I feel about that one. Okay, so I have a question for you. Let me see. I saw this one. Oh, let me see. Okay, I'm about to give you some teams. I want you to tell me who is the worst 3-0 team. The worst 3-0 team. The Bills, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Chargers, or the Bucks.
Bills. Who'd you say after the Bills?
Eagles, 49ers, Colts, Chargers,
49ers are the worst.
49ers.
49ers are the worst. I don't
Dang.
believe it. I don't. I gotta go and actually check out the footage in the game to be real with you, but just knowing that they got rid of Odebo, I'm like, how are they pulling this off? How are they doing this? But
Christian McCaffrey. That's the answer. Christian McCaffrey's how they're pulling it. Give him the ball and let him cook.
But I gotta put them at the bottom. I mean, Chargers, Justin Herbert, Gunslinger. I mean, all those teams are pretty, Bills, Eagles. Those guys we know are gonna be there come
Yeah.
mid, late December, whatever the case is.
Okay. No, I respect it. Okay, y'all let us know in the comments who's the worst undefeated team. And then, okay, who's the best team that doesn't have a win yet? The Jets, the Dolphins, the Texans, the Titans, the Giants, or the Saints?
I would say Houston, bro. I think Houston's gonna make a comeback this year.
Do you have Houston still making the playoffs?
Potentially. I just don't see CJ just bagging out like that. I just don't. I think he's gonna be able to rally his team around. I hope they hadn't got so full of themselves from going beyond expectations, and now they kind of like dialed back. It seems like as far as like
Yeah.
just want to get out there and win. Uh, but yeah, man, I would say the Texans, man. I definitely can see them making a pretty good turnaround and making some type of noise this season.
Okay,
I
now,
see him
fact.
four touchdown games, 4 or 5 touchdown games. He's gonna do some crazy stuff for the season.
No, I agree. I'm just waiting for him to catch that rhythm for everything to set up right, the O line, the block, get comfortable with his wide receivers. I think the Texans could turn it around, but it has to start now. Okay, bet that. Okay, so let's switch real quick. Basketball's in the air. We're not far from it. I'm looking forward to that October where we got football and basketball lining up perfectly. Uh, Russ and CP3. I've been seeing this on social media, and I want to get your take. You're a basketball guy as well. Who is better? Who's had the better career, Russ or CP3?
I guess I got like two ways of looking at it. As far as
Yeah.
like the statistics are concerned, you got to go with Russ because triple doubles, man. Like that's like the epitome of the game. Like it's like, hey, you can encompass every aspect that you're needed to provide to the game. This consistent, and for him to do that definitely boosted his career, his accolades, and his notoriety in the league. But on the flip side, Chris Paul has been I'm gonna use that word again, such a tactician, such a such a force, man. Just being so little, but he can get a bucket anywhere he wants. Like that boy can get that, like he can do to the through, like and
Right.
like get you right, pull up on you like mid range, like somewhere while you still trying to see if your partner is on his person or when you just trying to make sure your shorts is below your knees or something like. He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
something so quick. Like he's doing something so quick and getting his shots, man. So as far as the numbers are concerned, I would say Russ got a better paper career. But as far as just straight hooping, I gotta get that approach. I gotta get that side of things. Like it's just straight up just hoopers. Like as far as like who meant more to the game, CP3, bro. CP3 meant more to the game.
I wish I had
Look at
tomatoes.
you.
I
You said
wish I
what?
had some. I wish I had some tomatoes to throw at you. Okay.
So you got
I,
West? You got West in the landslide?
Bruh. Okay, so here, let's break this down. Let's break this down a couple ways. Okay, so if we start with who's had a better career, Russell Westbrook. He has an MVP, so I feel like that pretty much locks it up right there. But even beyond that, if we're just going off of playing, like Russ has seen an NBA Finals at a young age. You know, he was on a team for it, but we're not gonna act like CP3 hasn't also been on really good teams that should have went. That Clippers team that lost to the Rockets team when they were up 3-1, like that shouldn't have happened. And then when Chris Paul went to the finals, they were up 2-1 on the Bucks, and then Giannis just turned it up and never looked back. So,
Yeah, that was
but he was
crazy.
on the floor for that, and then also health wise, that's something that I factor into. Russ is a better scorer. He's a better rebounder. Chris Paul is a better passer. Uh,
He's a better scorer.
Russ, absolutely. Russ has averaged 30 points. Chris Paul, I think the most he's averaged is probably 21. Probably 21.
Better scorer though, I don't know. It just
What?
depends on what you mean by better. Like I think that's where a lot of debates come from. 'Cause I think people have different definitions on like what they're saying. Like I think a better scorer, I would say like he's had points where he had a high clip of scoring. But if I'm just gonna give somebody a basketball, tell them to give me a bucket, I'm gonna get that thing Chris Paul over Russell Westbrook any day, any day.
I I don't see how you would say that. Russell Westbrook has had multiple 50. He's had multiple 50-point games, multiple 40-point games. Like let me see. We can look this up. I'm pretty sure Russell, and he's played less years. I'm pretty sure he probably has 5 to 10,000 more points than Chris Paul does in playing
So,
less years.
let's see.
Check it out.
But I mean, even if that's true, I mean, I still like. I think this has it's a sign of the times, it's a sign of the uh, play style and things like that. I mean, Russ is more downhill. He had a high scoring clip. Um, I don't know, man. I just still gotta give it to Chris, man. Chris is just so shifty. Russell was more like a freight train, man. And then
Right.
just seeing how his game hasn't. I mean, just hear me out. Like I think also seeing how his game hasn't lasted the test of time over the years, like how he can't.
You said hasn't?
It hasn't translated. That's why he's had so much. That's why he's had so many issues in all these different places. His game hasn't really translated because he can't play that same style, and it's being as effective now. I mean, has had games where he's been effective, but I think that, and just look at even at Chris Paul, like how he goes to teams, and every team he goes to, they get better. Literally everyone they get
But
better.
that's the same thing. But no. Okay, I can't
Mhm.
let you get away with that though,
Go ahead.
because
What?
so we look at this. Kevin Durant had his best year, his MVP years, next to Russell Westbrook. When Paul George was up for MVP, that was next to Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal had the best year in his career next to Russell Westbrook. Russ goes to a squad and whoever and like he took a back seat to Paul George because Russ was better than Paul George. As like overall, Russ for sure was better than him. Like don't like let's never forget Paul George will be
Mhm.
Paul George admitted he's a number two. That lets you know Paul George admitted he just has the skill set to be like, oh, he should be a number one, but he has the mentality and the will of a number two. It is what it is. So, but everywhere Russ goes, the guy he's playing with, he's gonna gas him up, he's gonna make him better, and he's gonna help them get to like the best season of their career. Like we haven't seen Bradley Beal get close to being in the MVP talk since or before Russ.
Bro, I mean, I can kill that whole argument. Like you're talking
With
about
what?
a guy that's going to a team and making a guy better. I'm talking about a guy that's going to a team and making the entire franchise better. He's making the team better. Like I can say the same if I want to break down those individual guys that Chris Paul played with. Like Chris Paul can help. Like even Shea could say it. Like he helped kind of mold Shea. I'm gonna say mold, but he helped Shea be who he is. He helped that team become who they are. Who they are. When he went to Phoenix, that team was not going nowhere without Chris Paul, bro. Like Chris Paul helped win games. Like even when back he was in the Clipper days, the best ball those guys played was beside Chris Paul. I mean, we can go tit
He's
for tat.
also been on multiple teams that were up 3-1 that have lost. Like, let's also not like just let's not just fly over that. He's been on multiple teams where they needed him. Either he was hurt or he was on the floor for them to go down
Two
and
of them.
lose.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
two
to be
times he was hurt.
3-1.
Two times he's
Okay,
been hurt.
okay,
And that was that's
and then other
you
times
said what?
they just lost. Other times they just lost. When they lost to the Rockets, it was James Harden, Clint Capella. Yeah, but they were up 3-1 on the Rockets. They had all the talent. They had Lob City. They were cooking. You up 3-1. Just get one more dub. That's it. Rockets then win the next 3 games. Man, no, we can't make an excuse for that. And then with Russ, you want to talk about making a team better. When Russ or when KD left to go to the Warriors.
Losing 3-1. When did they lose 3-1?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. No, big facts. That's why it was weak that KD went. However, when KD left to go to the Warriors and Russ was there, everybody was like, "Oh, this team's gonna be a lottery team. They're gonna be trash. Everybody's gone. It's basically just Russ there." Da 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 da. And what did he do? Triple double, took the team to the playoffs. Nobody expected it. Nobody expected. That was a horrible team that he took to the playoffs. That was not a good team at all.
That team has
They were, gosh, don't do that. They were horrible. Who on that team? Who on that team were you worried about? Who on that team were you checking for? Like he.
I'm tell you, tell you,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
tell you right now. Did they have boy, yeah, Victor Oladipo was like his best year the year.
Out of shit. Hey, that was his best year next to who?
I mean, of course, next to Russ. When you're a
Yeah.
superstar, people are supposed to be their best next year. We can go down to any guy that's been the guy on their team and say that about any of them. Like I can
Wait.
say that
That
about
was
Chris
his
Paul.
best. That was his best year. But two things happened. Victor Oladipo got hurt. That's one. And then the second part of that is Victor Oladipo was not like that in the NBA. College, dope. NBA, he was
He
cool.
was that dude that year though. Like they had Steven Adams, Ennis Cantor, Andre Roberson. Roberson with
Not
his three that
scorer.
year.
Roberson is a defensive player who couldn't shoot like that. Who
Yeah,
else?
they needed defense. You don't need defense. Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant was just getting rolling. Jeremy Grant. They had Nick
Jeremy
Collison.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Grant didn't get PT like that. He was too young.
I mean, but then again, but like you're talking like that team did something. Well, they lost in the first round. But the thing about like again, Russ also lost 3-1. And when you're talking about Chris Paul lost 3-1, he only really lost one time 3-1. The other 2 times he got hurt. You can't discredit a player's game because he got hurt. He got hurt. Like he wasn't there. If he had been there, that likely wouldn't have happened. Like the Golden State dynasty probably wouldn't have happened. Or at least not that year. Um, who else did they lose against? Oh yeah, even the Bucks. Like Giannis wouldn't have won the ring if he wouldn't have gotten hurt. So yeah,
He got hurt later. Giannis was already cooking them by the time Chris Paul got hurt.
but it's very likely that they would have won if Chris Paul would have stayed in. I think Chris Paul didn't play like the last 2 or 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. I could
He
be wrong
played.
about this.
He played. He was on the court for the L.
For the whole series.
Yes, he was on the court.
No, Chris Paul got hurt that series.
He got hurt, but it was later in the series.
But still, like he was hurt. So I mean, that's valid. But all
He
I'm saying, like,
he still played. Like
I just think to the game of basketball, bro, Chris Paul has given more to the game. I think definitely Russell Westbrook has given a lot to the game. He's given a lot of effort, a lot of heart, a lot of passion. Just overallness to the game. But as far as like my personal liking to the game, I like the way Chris Paul can just get buckets, get to his shots. I like the way he masterminds the game, I like the way he talks out on the court. I like the fact that there's so many players that don't like him, like because just stuff that he says. And I don't know the specifics of stuff that he's saying, but it's showing me that he's like, what I'm taking from it. I'm thinking he's like just touching sensitive emotions that some guys have on the court. Like if he's out there calling people bees and getting too crazy, now that's too much. But I think, but what it sounds like, he just like just out talking guys, out thinking guys out there on the court, and they thinking that he's a butthole, as they say, to censor. But yeah, I gotta go with Chris Paul, bro. Chris Paul has been here. He's a legend. If he would have came with Kobe, the boy you would not even be talking this way. If they wouldn't have vetoed their trade, he's so vicious. They had to veto a trade with him and Kobe. They would have changed the course of basketball history. Like they would have been so crazy, bro.
okay, so here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say to that. If he would have went to LA with Kobe, I feel like this wouldn't be a conversation. Chris Paul would probably have 4 rings right now.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Very
Big. He probably would have already retired because he would have had 4 rings next to Kobe, naming the rafters. He would probably end up being like top 5 point guards all time, whatever.
Right.
He did it. It was a veto because the NBA owned the team and not owner owning the team. So It is what it is. So just looking at things for what they are, Russ is better, man. Russ is a better scorer. He has a higher point per game and more points. Russ is a better scorer. Russ is a better rebounder. Chris Paul's a better defender because Russ he'll pick it. Chris Paul, yes.
No.
Then Russell Westbrook.
You since you want to use your statistics, go and see who has the most first team defense. Go and see.
I said Chris Paul's a better defender.
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. I thought you said my bad.
That's all I was shocked because I was like Russ picks his spots for when he wants to play defense.
My bad.
Yeah. Russ will try to jump past the lanes more and do stuff like that, or like try to let you go by, poke the ball so he can leak out.
Who's a better shooter? Who's a better shooter?
Chris Paul, easily.
Who's a better defender?
I already said. Okay, shooter, Chris Paul. Defender, Chris Paul.
No, hold on. Let me walk with me. He's a better shooter. He's a better defender. Who's a better dribbler?
Chris Paul.
Who has a better IQ in the game?
Chris Paul. One of the greatest.
Man, you sound like the better player, bro.
No, keep going. I want you. You said who's a better winner? Let's see. Right, let me see. Josh is having technical difficulties right now. However, better winner. If I was just going off of what he was talking about, who's the better winner? I'll probably go with. It's really equal. They've both been to a finals. The finals that they both went to, neither one of them was able to win it. So that's equal. But if we look at the other side of it, we have Russ is a better scorer. He is a better rebounder. He's way more athletic. So I feel like in energy or floor guy, Russ is great on that. A lot of his teammates speak highly of him. We've seen multiple guys have the best year of their career next to him. So that's what I'm thinking. Y'all let us know in the comments. Basketball season's coming up. Who you got? You got Russell Westbrook. You got Chris Paul. Who's better? Who's your guy that you rocking with? Y'all let us know. It's been another episode of Nothing Nice. We appreciate you pulling up. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. 365 Nothing Nice on IG, on TikTok. We appreciate you pulling up. Our love.